Welcome to the demo of Overflow management in unified routing.
How many times has it happened that you have called to talk to a contact center agent and you have been greeted with a message that all the support executives are busy at the moment? Please reach out after some time. Customer satisfaction is heavily impacted when support centers are not able to meet the incoming demand of customer queries. This may happen for a number of reasons. There may be an ongoing sale or some technical outage going on, or customers are raising support requests outside of operating hours. Contact centers always thrive to make sure no customer queries are unattended or abandoned and the wait time is minimal. Overflow management is a step towards enabling contact centers to manage such scenarios. When you open the Queue Hub, a new section called Overflow Management is available. This section will be accessible across channels so that you can manage the peak load scenarios and out of operation scenarios. You can define a pair of condition and action. We evaluate the overflow management settings that you have configured, order in which you have defined these conditions and actions. Any query coming outside of operating hours can be redistributed using transfer to another queue. There's also action like voicemail, direct callback, or transfer to an external number, which can be useful to orchestrate deflection scenarios for voice channels. This solution covers scenarios to optimize customer wait time using specific conditions like queue position or estimated wait time. Finally, there's also routing diagnostics that will be useful for supervisors and admins to identify the root cause and plan their business workflows accordingly.
Let's see now how Overflow management will be useful through a demo. Sarah was super excited about her upcoming trip. In the rush to book the tickets during the sale, she realized that she forgot to add her food preference. That's why she has come to the Contoso airline portal and she's raising a chat request to make sure that her food preferences are properly captured. Now, to her surprise, there is a long queue because of which she keeps on waiting for an agent to get assigned to her chat request. Getting dissatisfied with this delayed service, she closes the chat and leaves the portal. Jamie is a supervisor at Contoso Airlines. Looking at how Sarah got dissatisfied with the delayed service, Jamie is trying to understand how her experience can be made better. Now, in one of his recent trainings, Jamie realized that Dynamics has released overflow management capability for live chat. So this is a Contoso airline workstream that Jamie has created. And all the queries that are coming to this workstream based on the type of query are getting routed to different queues. So any query that is coming for food preferences or changing the food preferences will go to Contoso Airlines chat queue. When Jamie goes to this chat queue, there's a new setting called overflow management where you can set up condition action pairs. There are two types of conditions available here. One is for out of operation hours, and you can take the corrective action. What do you want to do with your customers? And the second condition is work item limit, which is, let's say there is one work item already waiting in the queue for agent assignment. Any customer who is coming after that, system will automatically transfer that customer's query to a different queue. In this case, Jamie has selected that if Contoso airline queue already has one chart in waiting state, second chat will get transferred to default messaging queue. With these settings in place and operating hours configured for this queue, Jamie and Contoso Airlines are both well equipped to make sure that there are no dissatisfied customers like Sarah. Now let's see how Sarah's experience will be made better with these new changes. Going back to Sarah. Now Sarah raises a chat request again to change the food preference. She is immediately connected to agent because the new overflow management setting makes sure that Sarah's query is not waiting in a queue where there are already too many conversations waiting. Let's go through the diagnostics of the recently initiated chat request. If you could see, the request that was initiated by Sarah has been overflown to another queue because the identified queue had already reached the maximum number of work items that could be handled in that queue. This is happening Because in the overflow management settings of the Qantas Airlines queue, we have defined that if there are already chats waiting in the queue, any incoming chat after that will be overflown to default messaging queue. This way, Sarah was able to resolve her problem and change her food preferences successfully with very less or minimal wait time.